share out the live to anybody who feel might needs this. We're going to do a little bit of energy work today. And shadow work. I'm just sharing out the live, getting it out to everybody that might need it. Welcome in, Squirrel. How you doing, love? Come on in. Come on in. Hello, Superman. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. I am just sharing out the live stream. I'm trying to get this to everybody who needs it. We're doing some shadow work today. I am amazing. Every day is amazing. I woke up today. It is an amazing day. Every day that I wake up, I got another day. God gave me another day. He's like, yep, I'm not done with you yet. Sorry for the tapping. I'm just one more. Oh no, that's it. Okay, we're good. Okay, there we go. All right, let me clear up the space a little bit more and feel into this energy. How are we doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Like I felt that energy shift. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I'm just lighting some Palo Santo. Welcome in, welcome in. We are doing shadow work today, so I'm going to explain how that works. Oh, they did say they were going to do a fire alarm at 4 o'clock, and I forgot, but I am scheduled live. So I may pause this because they're doing a fire alarm, and they did email and say they were going to do that. Well, it sounds like it's off. Okay. How we doing? How's everyone doing? We doing good? Everybody doing good? Everybody have an amazing day today? Are they excited for the day? Everybody excited for the day? Some third eye stuff going on. Please double tap the screen. Share out the live to anybody you feel might need this. I disconnect from all energy that is not my own. Calling all guides, shadow, source, Fae, Druid, all ancestors that are needed. I send back all shadows, all shame, all guilt, all projections, all reflections to those they belong. Woof. Okay, here we go. How we doing? How we doing? I think I'm gonna do a collective card read too. The energy is kind of wild. We did just switch into Pisces season, which is kind of wild. Namaste, my love. How are you doing, Sarah? We're doing shadow work today. I'm gonna explain it here in a minute. I'm just kind of letting people come in. I'm gonna elaborate on it. I'm just doing a little bit of energy work. I'm gonna send in some emotion for this. I think I'm gonna do one collective card spread. Namaste, Tanya. Come in. Everybody welcome. Everybody is welcome. We're doing shadow work today. Yes, shadow work. That is right. Starfire, I love it. I know. We're doing shadow work. Back at it. Oof. Who's excited? Who's excited? Who's excited? I'm excited. Okay. Get your tea, get your water. Make sure that you're hydrated. I'm going to send in some healing I want to ground everybody in hardcore. So there's no triggers. This is something I'm being called to do. I took yesterday off to kind of relax. So I'm being called to kind of balance out anybody in here's root. It has been an emotional roller coaster. And yesterday was that. And I'm not going to lie, I've been on an emotional roller coaster today. literally I've been going through this up and down and this balancing, and I had to go somatically. I mean, I do this anyways. I go to the pool and I somatically move my body. I picked up 10 extra laps because I was like, I need to get this out of my body. Like, this energy that's coming through me, that's flowing. I mean, it's intense. Like, it's happening. So, and that could be the Pisces also, mind you, you know? So, keep that in mind. Like, we've hit this kind of Pisces sort of window that is like the dreamy up in the head state, right? So that's why I'm being called to ground everybody in, to bring everybody back down to the root chakra and send in some energy down to the lower chakras, right? Instead of the higher, because the Pisces is kind of like in the mind. It's like up here, up in the higher realms. So I'm going to send in some energy for the lower chakras to kind of balance us back in. I'm going to do a little bit of work in the lower and balance it out. I'm going to spend the next kind of half an hour just going over it a little bit, and then we're going to jump right into shadow work. And I'm kind of being called to do it a little longer. I'm thinking I might go to 7 tonight because I did not come on yesterday from integration. But I'm feeling good. I feel great. You know, my air is still getting put in, guys, so just know that, you know, if you hear a bunch of noise in the background, you know, FYI, that's what's happening. But it'll be done soon, okay? No worries. Love you. Full of gratitude. I'm getting the air put in, so gratitude. But I'm coming on. So let's go into the root. So what is the root? The root is our foundation, our connection to the earth. It connects us to our basic human instinct for survival, security, and stability. We're going to send in some... Okay. Thank you for sharing. Double tap the screen. Please share out the live. Anybody you feel needs shadow work. The shadow work is completely free. We're going to pull cards. Everybody's part of the chat. Anybody you think that needs to learn about shadow work, that wants to learn about the shadow work, you know, gifts are welcome, or gifts are greatly appreciated. You know, tips are appreciated, everything. But I'm going through and I'm doing the series completely free, you know, pulling these cards and just showing everybody how to do shadow work. That is what I'm doing. I will explain the game here once I get everybody kind of grounded in. I'm going to put some grounding plates on, and like I said, there's just people rolling in, so I'm just trying to pull the energy in the room and grid it up a little bit more than I already did. This is a safe place to be open and secure. This is a safe place to talk about anything you need, anything you want to talk about. And keep in mind that every card is for everybody. You are divinely orchestrated here. I am a chess piece on the board of the universe, and the universe has brought me into your experience, and I am in your experience for this reason. We're going to go through the shadow work, and we're going to see where things are coming up in your body, and I'm going to for free, everybody that pulls a card, that wants a card, I will take a list, so that way everybody gets a card. We'll do both, because there's 2 cards. I will send in healing for anything that comes up, because there are triggers that come up. Triggers and glimmers. And I'm going to send in healing for that shadow work to help process it through your body. So I needed to hear that. If you don't know, I am a transmuter of energy, and I transmute through burping and yawning and pushing the energy out. I somatically move it out on a normal basis. Welcome in. Oof. Oof. Yeah, a lot of people need grounding. That's what I'm hearing. A lot of grounding. Okay. So to balance your root chakra, some basic things that you can do that are free. You can garden, spend time in nature, sit under a tree, feel the earth beneath you, eat root vegetables. Hello, my love. Welcome in. I'm just grounding everyone in. This is, like I said, this is completely free. We are doing shadow work, and we are doing healing on the things that are coming up. This is for the collective. This is for anybody in here. We are doing this. This is my series. It's a limited series. Like I said, it's for free. I will not do this all the time because it is free energy healing that I am doing, and it does take a toll on my body, and I have to integrate it. I had to take yesterday off. I had to integrate this stuff and process it for myself. You know, the stuff that's coming up. Can't tell if you guys can't tell, I am a little sweaty. I'm sorry. We have not had air at all. It's been wild. There's some sacral stuff going on. We're gonna send in some. Woof, yeah, there's sacral. Okay, what's the sacral? The sacral is our. Hi, Drew. Welcome in, love. Sacral is right here. That is your reproductive organs, right? That is. It represents the vitality, your self gratification, and again, that's self gratification, not instant gratification, right? Which is a lot of people go to that. It is our passion. The sacral relates to the reproductive and physical levels of creativity, joy, relationships on an emotional level, and our energy and passions on a spiritual level. Now, what am I doing with my hands? I am just literally moving the energy around. I am literally just kind of clearing the auras of everybody that is in here to bring everybody kind of to a balanced ground state so everybody feels comfortable, a little more comfortable to process the shadow work. I want it to integrate properly. I don't want to willy-nilly just go through it and not assist in it. Like, we're doing this for a reason, to help the collective. There's a lot of people that are floaty, that are up in the air, and it's going to be like that for the next 2 weeks, guys. So the shadow work is to really process this in, to bring us into our good state of being so we can rise up in that and not get into a state of like psychosis. Like, psychosis is when your kundalini rises all the way up, and then you get up here, right? And the ego is stopping you. Okay, so like the feminine energy is the fire. It kind of rises you up, right? And then you get up here in our state of being, where we are in the astral and we're in all the different worlds and we see all the things. And this is my opinion. You can have your own opinion. This is the way it is. But this is my opinion. This is what I believe, is that it goes up, right? And then the kundalini, the snake, goes back down. Okay, and that is the masculine energy that goes back down. It brings you into balance, and that is the cooling energy that cools it down. But when you do not have somebody to process with, to communicate, to speak about these things, to soundboard off of, to talk about this stuff, you will get stuck up here. And when you are stuck up here, you will start imagining things and seeing things. The ego will start telling you things to protect you because it thinks it's protecting you, when really it could not be protecting you and leading you down. Like, the ego will lead you to your death, and it literally thinks it's protecting you, but it is not. It is not protecting you. It'll take you to your death. But it thinks it's protecting you. So this is why you do the shadow work. Everybody, make sure you have your water. Okay. And I am a yoga instructor. I am getting certified to be a yoga instructor. I do study this. I do study yin and yang yoga. I'm doing pregnancy yoga right now. Like, I've taken a bunch of different ones because I want to open my own studio. So I'm taking multiple to have multiple classes. Hopefully by the end of March I'll be completed, and then I can start my 500 hours. Anything you want, Starfire. You do not need to be sitting up. You can lay down. It's whatever you feel. All this is this is a mind exercise. So we're going into the depths of the soul. So our ego, our dark side, our shadow, right? Shadow work is just the shadow is just the unseen. Okay, and that is where our ego kind of thrives and lives, and our inner child lives, right? Which are kind of one and the same. Our ego and our inner child are pretty much the same thing. It's just a state of being. Your shadow is just like, I'm going to elaborate on it and explain it a little bit. I am doing energy work while I explain. I'm just trying to do a little bit of talking. Okay, so how I explain the shadow. The shadow is pretty much you. And I'm going to elaborate it as, this is how the analogy I like to give. Oof. Clearing. The analogy I give is this. Your shadow is a house. The house is you. It is your house. It is literally your house, but you have never been in it. It is completely and utterly dark. It is pitch black, but it is a normal house. We're all normal. We all have a normal house. We all have all the things, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you consider some sort of normal. It has a table, it has chairs, it has a sofa, it has a love seat, it has a recliner, it has the TV, it has the china cabinet, it has the fridge, the stove, the everything, right? when you walk into this house, you need to see, bump into, because you can't visually see it, bump into, in order to see it, to recognize it, to see these shadow aspects of yourself, which would be the interpretation of the couch, the love seat, the recliner, the table, the chairs. You have to bump into it to get and figure out the width, the length, the height, the weight, to pick it up. What is this? To recognize it. So when you are going into the depths of your soul, you've made awareness to it, and it cannot come back and get you. And that is all the darkness is. Enlightenment means bring light to. That's it. That's all darkness is. It's the lack of light. Okay? And like Rumi says, the cracks are where the light shines in. Oh, and that just hit the, okay. Yeah, I'm moving up to the solar plexus. I'm not doing some extensive, I'm just kind of going through and kind of lining up the chakras a little bit before we get shadow work, because I don't want to, this is what I'm being called to do. This is what my guides keep telling me. I do post this. Anybody you feel needs this love, I am explaining it. I do have a YouTube. I am posting this. This is my series on shadow work. I will be posting it on YouTube. So, you know, send it to anybody that you think needs it, and they can go see it at any time and replay it as much as they need. And the energy work is still happening because it's quantum healing. It is not something that is just now in this moment. It is just now in this moment. Those that are getting it. Hello, Shell. How you doing, love? And it's just those that are here are getting it real time, and they will be feeling it real time, but the energy work doesn't stop. The energy is quantum entanglement, and it is always, it is there all the time. This is the series in trying to elaborate this, to explain it to people that need it, so they understand the work that I do, the psychic surgery that I do, the going into the soul, the depths of the soul, and pulling out the darkness, like Venom, you know, like Venom, the movie Venom, like how he just like attaches, like, well, I pull that stuff off and then heal what's happening with it. That's the way I see it, is the energy work. I'm kind of a walking tower moment, and I'm utilizing it, and this is what I keep being called to do. It's what I've been called to do for a long time. I have a voice. I have a strong voice. Make sure you guys are breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Belly breaths, big belly breaths. There's a lot of stuff going on in the sacral here. I'm going to send in some. Okay, here we go. It is a beautiful gift. It is an honor and a privilege to be able to do this, because it is your level up. I do not come into your experience unless it is time for you to level up. And I come into your experience for you to witness it, to witness the choice, to make a decision to move into a different time, a different state of being, a different dimension, a different timeline. You get to choose, okay? So anything that you are not changing, you are choosing. And that is what this gift is this is the opportunity for you to level up. And shadow work is how you do that. All of your power is in your shadow work. I did my hair and it's just not even holding, guys. Not that it matters. Okay, here we go. Please share out the live to anybody feel needs it. I have been MIA. I love and I appreciate all the likes, all the taps, all of it that's going on. Like I said, the shadow work is going to be free. The card's going to be free. I'm moving up to the the solar plexus. I just wanted to send in some stuff for the sacral. Feels really scattered. Give me a second. I want to spend a little more time here. And we were just kind of chatting a little bit and going into it and seeing what needs to happen. Okay, yeah, we need, all right. Yeah, I feel it. I feel a lot of sacral. There's a lot of going on in the sacral. There's a lot going on in my sacral today, and that's where a lot of the chaos is happening. Unscattering away right now. You got it, George. We are doing it right now. We're doing the damn thing. Make sure you guys are breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Burps, a bubbly tummy, yawning. All of this is normal. Oh, this is heavy. Okay, make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay, here we go. This is heavy. It's gonna be almost done, guys. Oh gosh. There we go. You should feel better now. For anybody that doesn't know me, I transmute energy. So I take in energy. I feel it. I fast before this sort of stuff. I don't eat. I intentionally fast because I want to feel your energy and know what's happening. I take in the energy and I process it and I release it. My daily practices are allowing this. There's a little bit of cords in the solar plexus. We're definitely going to cut these cords. This is not happening. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to send in some healing to the solar plexus. Make sure you're breathing. You have your water. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you all for coming in. I am so honored. It is my pleasure. It is an honor to do this work with you. I honor you for showing up. Thank you for showing up for yourself, for the collective, because all the work that you do on you, you are doing on everyone else around you. When you do healing on you, you are literally subconsciously giving everybody else permission to live in their most authentic self. And that is what our world needs. Our world needs more authenticity. It doesn't need any of the masks are all falling. And it is time. We need everybody to step into their light. And that is why I am doing this shadow work, because your power is in your shadow. It is time to rise, my loves. It is time for all of us to rise and step into our power, to step into the power of this. That is us. We are needed in this world right now. We are creating a new existence, and this is the time. All right, we're moving up to the solar plexus. Now, where is the solar plexus? This is right above your belly button, okay? The sacral is right below your belly button. If you put your hand on your belly, it's right below. I've got a little extension. I can feel it. I can feel there's an extended here. So the solar plexus governs your ability to be confident and is control of our lives. It relates to motivation, willpower, and vitality. How do you step into your... I love that question. There's a beautiful question. I'm going to pause for a minute and explain. Okay, so I'm going to send in healing while I'm answering this question. Thank you for the question, Glinda. Okay, how do you step into your power? You step into your power by doing what we are going to do today, and that is shadow work. The shadow work is the parts of you that you have been blind to, that you are not taking witness to, that you have been hiding from. All of your power is hidden in this darkness that people call demons. You know, I say I dance with my demons. It's called shadow work. Now, I've done the shadow work journal. I've done both of them, and this is related to Carl Jung. This is not just woo-woo. This is Carl Jung, who is the psychology, guru. I studied psychology. I did 4 years, and the shadow work is just bringing the unconscious to the conscious. That is all you're doing. You step into your power by literally day by day, step by step, making a different choice. You step into your power by owning your yes, owning your no, by literally empowering the choices you want in your life to have a created reality of the existence that you want. It is choosing the path that you're on. It doesn't mean it happens overnight. It takes time. It took me many years. I'm not going to in any way say like, oh, it was just overnight. It took many different activations. It took many different healings, and it took an extensive amount of people that assisted me and guided me and helped me and got me to this point. Oh, somebody needed that. Okay. So it isn't in any way me saying, oh, this is just, it'll happen overnight, but it can. But I'm also saying it can happen overnight. If you are right there are some people that I know that are like right there on the brink, that there are clients that I have, there are people in my life, people that I know that like I can feel the energy palpitating off of them. And it is literally radiating, and they're just step by step, day by day. It's just one more step up, and my crown just got lit up. That source, he's coming right in. It's literally palpitating off of them. That is just like, and that's the sun, the solar plexus. That's why it is listed as yellow. That is where all your vitality and all your life force energy is, right there. That's where it all is. And it took me many years to get there, mind you, okay? And so programming and limiting beliefs and generational trauma, things that are from you growing up and the things that they have programmed into us, we just need to reprogram ourselves. We are literally just computers that need a software update. And that's all this is. We are going into the unconscious with the shadow work to bring what is unconscious to the conscious, because you cannot alter anything until you are aware. You cannot change anything in your life until you've made awareness of it. Now, making awareness to it does not mean that that's how it changes. So Adam Rowe, he just posted this, and I'm gonna quote him, and I love it because this is so true to me. You cannot change anything. There's 3 steps in changing, is what he said. Okay, so come awareness, you bring awareness to it, right? You're aware of it. So getting awareness, you then integrate it, okay? You integrate it into self, and then in that moment, by integrating it, you make change until it becomes a default setting where you do not have to check yourself. The integration is part of you changing it. The change happens by when it becomes a default setting where you don't anymore go back to the limiting programming. That is how change is done, okay? So it comes like that. Like, again, I'm gonna repeat that. So it starts with the awareness, okay? The integration, and then it becomes a default that you automatically am doing. So, okay, let me send in, there's some physical pain going on in the solar plexus. I wanna release this, see what this is. Let me feel into it, guys. Probably 15 more minutes of energy healing. 5 o'clock, we'll get into the shadow work, guys. Guys and gals, my guys and gals, my loves, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so very much. It is an honor and a privilege to do this with you. This is the time, and I honor you for stepping into your power. You are powerhouses, every single one of you. The light is in you, and it is radiating, and it is ready to come out, and it wants to come out. It's the power is within you. It's not outside of yourself. It's not in me. Anything I do, you can do. I'm not special, okay? So I'm not saying that so I am special. We are all special. We are unique. We are all authentic. But what I am saying in this is that you can do what I can do. You can do everything that I can do. This energy work that I'm doing. Thank you for the subscription. Okay, here we go. Please make sure you're breathing. I want to get rid of this physical pain that's happening in the solar plexus. The solar plexus governs our ability to be confident and is control of our lives. It relates to motivation, willpower, and vitality. In balance, you have confidence, warmth, determination, self-discipline. Oh, I have not had self-discipline. I'm not gonna lie, it's a daily practice. Okay, so I have not had self-discipline today. I did discipline, and I added an extra 10 laps to my normal, in the pool, to somatically move this energy out of me, because the energy has been chaotic. Like, it's a daily practice for me, and it should be a daily practice for everybody. So I honor the symbol. Okay, know that nobody's perfect. Again, I am sweating, guys. I don't have the air. We are getting that, but we're going to give gratitude to the man in here who's putting the air conditioner in. It is getting put in right now, and we will have air eventually here. Make sure you're breathing. This is heavy. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Feedback is welcome. Please give me any feedback, any sensations, any burps, anything happening, any tingles. Those are normal tingles. A bubbly tummy, burping, yawning, any sort of anything is part of all of this. I love the feedback. You don't have to give me feedback. If you just want to sit in here and just listen, you are more than welcome. Please just come in. I honor your energy. I honor the energy exchange. Just double tap the screen. Just your presence alone in this chat is creating this space. It is creating this safe place for people to get the healing that is needed for them. Good, I love it. Yeah, I love it. Thank you. Burping. Yeah, seriously. Tingles. Good. Thank you guys. Yeah, see? In the head. Okay, good. We're still moving up. And the pain is subsiding. It's heavy in my wrists. As I said, I fast. I always fast before I do something like this because I want to make sure that the energy that I am processing is not my own. I take on the collective space. I am in the solar plexus and I feel it right here. Like this is the solar plexus. Like I said, it's right above your belly button, and I do feel it. It is. There's a little bit of a blockage in the heart chakra, so I feel like once this is done, we're gonna move up to the heart chakra. I'm gonna go all the way up. The heart chakra is next. That's the one in the middle. So we're just moving up, guys. Okay. So I'm sending in healing for. Here we go. Proud of you. That was beautiful. I'm so proud of you. You're welcome, you guys. That was beautiful. Good. Yeah, I felt it. I am a visceral reaction of what is happening. Hello, Carol. Welcome in. I have visceral reactions of what is happening real time in all of your energy. You're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Let me fill that in with some love here. Oh, that feels good. Oof. Oh, I could do this all day. Holy cow. Wow, that feels amazing. Wow. Okay, we're moving up to the heart. Make sure you're grounded. Make sure that you're sitting down. I would suggest, you feel burning. We're moving up to the heart. We're going to send in some energy for physical pain to get rid of the burning, and then I'll find out what's actually happening in there. Okay. I'm already burping, so it's coming up. Make sure you're breathing in. I want big belly breaths. That means you're breathing into your belly, your diaphragm. You're breathing in down at your lower dantian. You are literally breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Make sure you're taking big belly breaths, not the chest breath. That could be also why it's in your chest. Is you're taking deep breaths in just through your chest, and that's just like where it's coming in through your mouth. If you're doing mouth breaths, I want you breathing in through your nose, and out through your mouth. Big belly breaths, because that does the flow. It does the flow of the whole body. It takes it in through the body and it goes up and it circulates through everything. When you're breathing in through your nose, it circulates down through your digestive system and comes right back up through your mouth. So all of it is getting the oxygen, and oxygen is needed. Okay, there we go. That feels better already. Yeah, that was yeah, it was the breathing. Okay. I'm hearing forgiveness in the heart. All right, let's send in some forgiveness here. And what are we sending in forgiveness for? We're sending in forgiveness for self. Those that you feel may have harmed you. Those that didn't know better, that were doing the best they could do in the moment. There we go. Here we go. Well, that feels better. Okay. I'm gonna amplify. Let me move my chair a little bit, guys. I gotta move in. Oh, there comes my mommy. She's coming in. We're getting lots of company, so there'll be noise, guys. Just so you know. But I'm here and I'm focused, and we're gonna go. I'm thinking I'm gonna go till 7 because I'm doing this energy healing, so we're gonna do 2 hours. Hello, Katie with an I, like me. I dropped the E in my 20s. Literally. I stopped doing synthetic drugs of any sort in my 20s. There's a lot of stuff going on here in the third eye. We're gonna bring out some rose chakra. Rose quartz. My mom doesn't call me Katie. It's always different for everybody. Everybody's different. We're gonna use some jade. Heart. There we go. Oh, there we go. I feel like I'm scooping something out. I can feel it. Oh, that's beautiful. Woof! Make sure you're breathing. Tell your mind to tell your body that you are safe and unconditionally loved. We are moving up right now. Yes, we can work on migraine and tension on the left side. I am working up right now. We are in the heart chakra, and we are focused. I am doing a series on shadow work, love. If you would like to book a private session, that is something that I do. But we will work on it, and we will send in healing for your migraines and get rid of that tension today. And give you some healing. But long term, I would suggest a private session to actually work on what the core issue is. I don't recommend band-aids. That's what these sessions are for, is kind of like a band-aid. Like I'm doing a band-aid right now. I'm literally just doing some healing on what is needed. But I am about the core work, going into the core, finding the core issue, the root cause, and sending in the healing that is needed. And that is what shadow work does. It goes to the core of what these pains and traumas and anything that is coming up in your reality. There we go. Make sure you're breathing. Thank you for showing up for yourself today, guys. You are so welcome. All right, let's send in some love and we're going to move up. I'm going to clear that out a little bit. Okay, we're going to move up to the throat. Now, what is the throat? The throat is right here. It's represented in blue. The throat governs our ability to express and communicate clearly the thoughts, the ideas, and also relates to our truth, our maturity, our independence, and our ability to trust others. Hello. When it is balanced, we speak our highest truth, communicating freely. It can also be silent and intuitive. I have an autoimmune disease too. I have Hashimoto's, which is a relation to the throat, from not speaking up, from not speaking my truth, from caging myself, which is something that happened that we are going to discuss in shadow work, that literally is why shadow work is so incredibly important. When we have an out of balance throat chakra, we are insecure, we have anxiety, we fear judgment, and powerless to speak. Some free things you can do is chant. Oh, no sorries. No, sorry. It is part of my gladiator arena. Oh, no, I am not complaining by far. It is part of my whole process. I am who I am. It is all part of me. It was part of what I needed to do. It took me down the holistic road, and I am the person that I am, and I am going to be a new world leader in the aspects of because of the gladiator arena that I went through, and every specific person in this world has gone through the specific trauma that they have gone through in order to assist another. Anything I've gone through is so I can assist others. Mother Mary is here with us. I'm being called for my rose oil. Is that you, Sultana? Have you been feeling her lately? I'm putting some rose oil on my third eye. I love this stuff. It smells so amazing. We're going to send in some forgiveness for every time you did not speak up, is what I am hearing. There we go. Yep, there we go. That was immediate. Okay, I love that. I love that. Here we go. Make sure you're breathing. Yes, Glenda, I can. I am right now, today's live is a series. We are doing a live on shadow work. So this week I am doing shadow work. I do go live and I do healings. I do live healings. If you were interested in a live healing, you're welcome. We can do it. I do paid healings. And we can tap into you personally. Today, what I am doing for free is the shadow work, and we are doing the shadow workbook game. And we are doing that to show people how to do it. So I am saying that just now at the moment, unless you are interested in a personal session, this series, the free part that I am doing is teaching others this week on how to do shadow work, because it is needed so very much for us to step into our light. Okay? Everybody is welcome. Please stay. There we go. Next week, I'll be doing normal healings. I'll be back to normal healings. Glenda, I'll be back to doing normal healings and doing live sessions. Or you could book a one-on-one with me. a one-on-one, you know, just DM me, or you can contact me on Instagram, or and we can book a one-on-one and we'll go over that. Other than that, you know, the live sessions, that'll be next week. I'll be back to my normal scheduled programming. Normal scheduled programming will be next week, guys. This week is committed to shadow work. This is an important series that and this is a limited series that I'm not going to do all the time, because it does take a toll on my body, and it is integration. Please double tap the screen, share out the live. Why are you running in circles, Mom? Please sit down.
I was looking for the kitty.
Oh, you're looking for the kitties? They're here somewhere. Feel free to DM me if you want a one-on-one private. I am in no way pushing you away. Today we're just working on the shadow work and the triggers that come up with that shadow work, and we're sending in healing for those triggers that come up. So like I said, we're doing free cards. I'm almost done here with the throat. Heavy on the wrist. Make sure you guys are breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. So I am sending in healing. I am doing energy work and healing on you today for what comes up in the cards. It is free. I am doing energy healing on you today. But if you have a specific issue, those are the things that I am referring to, my love. I work one-on-one with many others, many clients. I have many clients that come to me, that I work with, that I work on their specific, catered to them and the out of alignment of chakras within them. Gumbo, how we doing, my love? Oof. Almost done. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, there we go. Okay. Woo! Ugh. We send in some love here, and we're going to do the third eye and the crown chakra at once, and then we're going to go into the shadow work. Make sure you guys are breathing. Third eye is thumping. I can feel that. Some heaviness going on. I'm bringing up Big Bertha. This is Big Bertha, my amethyst. My unsanded amethyst. I sleep with this bad boy. She's my heavenly. Cambo, actually, I remember in your live, one of my lives, like, that was where I was told to start using amethyst, and I picked this one up. That was a couple years ago. Like 2 years ago when I was in your live a lot. I remember when that was when I was in the hotel before I moved into my last place. And that's where I was guided to get Big Bertha. If you guys don't know, Cambo does past life readings. He's in the chat. It's one of my good friends. Yeah, you can sell stones. I don't necessarily do them. It is something I have been considering doing. But I just have to get a, yeah, there's a lot going on in the third eye. Amethyst is one of the biggest healers for the third eye. And it's like, when I see the third eye, when I see stuff happening, it's like a ball. It's like a big, you know, like a knitted ball. Like, that's what I see. And what I'm essentially, like, I see the chakras, and what I'm seeing is like, it's like pulling it apart string by string is what I see happening on a quantum level, or the ties, the energetic strings that are attached, the cords that are attached to this. We have a lot of overactive third eyes right now. Can you elaborate, Glinda? How do I get what you're using in front of the screen? You mean my energy? Oh, I love that. There were 17 people in the chat. It was 7/17, which is my birthday. That was definitely divinely orchestrated. I love that. Selenite rocks. I'm elaborating. Oh, my love, I love you. It is an honor. It is an honor, Shannon. I love you. I love doing this. This is my passion. Lighting people up. I love you guys. This is my passion. Showing you your power. putting you in your power, getting you out of these mental constructs that are not assisting you. Let's put you in your power. Make sure you're breathing. Double tap the screen. Oh, okay, I misunderstood. Thank you, Shell. Shelly, do you want to be a moderator? I'm gonna make you a moderator, Shelly. Because I'm just doing stuff. Is that? Do you want to be? Is that good? Do you want to be? Okay, because I'm not. I mean, it's not that I'm not paying attention. I'm just Okay, in the settings. Here we go. Add moderator. Okay, there we go. Thank you. So moderators in here are. Feel free, please listen to my moderators that are in here. They're, those that are in it. Okay, so I have some sources that I go to. I have some that are linked in my Amazon store. I can send them to you if you DM me. Most of the time when I'm in a live like this, I'm channeling, so I don't really remember most of it. I literally have to go back and look at it. I always tell everybody this. So if you and everybody in here that knows me knows this, and they'll tell you this. Like I don't remember when I'm channeling, so if you want sources, I will happily send you to my Amazon storefront from the sources that I get I only wear crystals, I only wear stones and whatnot, and I only get them from a certain company that I trust, that has been reputable, that is good for me, that I know is accurate. So that I don't promote anybody or anything that is toxic. I don't just do random. So I don't have the name off the top of my head. But if you DM me and ask me, I will happily send you the link to my Amazon store for that. Yes, that is very common, Emily. Thank you for bringing that up. Yes, feeling a lot of cooling and heating sensations. That's because that is the energy moving through your body. We are literally moving the energy through your body. I am in your aura and I am moving it around. Thank you, Shell. Oh, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for coming in today. It's a little more active. The energy's a little wild, so you are so greatly appreciated for coming in today, so I can focus on the energy work. My moderators are in here. Thank you, my moderators. Shannon's in here too. Shannon's in here. She's amazing. I have those that are in here that I trust, that are guided, that are here to assist, to answer questions, so I can focus on the collective healing that is happening. Ooh, full body chills. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Light just shot up. Okay. All right, we're going to expand the crowns, and then we're going to go into shadow work. So tell your mind, tell your body that you are safe and unconditionally loved. And then I'm going to start the list for the shadow work. Everybody gets a free card. I will elaborate on the game here in a minute. I just want to... Okay. Now I'm gonna put some grounding plates on everybody to get everybody grounded in a little bit so we can tap into our cores. We want to tap into the cores of our shadows and our traumas, and we're getting deep. So make sure you got your water, you got your tea, you got your coffee, you got it all sitting with you, because we're getting into it. We're going to get into the chat, we're going to go deep, we're going to talk about this stuff, we're going to get into the traumas, and I'm going to be open and vulnerable. Every single thing that you talk about, I'm going to talk about. Anything you don't want to talk about, I'm going to talk about. Anything in the cards that comes up, I am going to openly talk about. I am going to openly be vulnerable and just talk about it and share my story for you guys, because my story is somebody else's survival guide. So the shadow workbook game, okay? It is, I'm going to read the little pamphlet that comes with it, okay? So, Hello Seeker. Unboxing this card signifies your conscious effort to unravel the dualistic human experience called life. Seeking to truly know thyself is a journey of courage and self-compassion. I honor your journey. I honor all of you for stepping up and stepping into your power today, okay? It is an acknowledgement that your response to life is the greatest power you hold. Again, I'm going to repeat that last sentence. It is an acknowledgement that your response to life is the greatest power you hold. Use these cards to navigate your inner self and celebrate the power of self-discovery. So there are 2 cards, okay, within this deck. It is the identification card and the integration card, okay? So the identifying card is to uncover hidden responses, triggers, and reactions. The integration card is to accept, embrace, and grow from uncovered truths. Everybody gets a card. Everybody, go ahead. There's 16 people in here. 16 people get to choose a card. You get to choose either identifying or integrating. So whichever one you choose, I'm going to do the opposite of it. So that way both cards are always getting pulled at the same time. So that way we're not bypassing either or. We're going to go into the depths of the soul. We're going to do some psychic surgery right now, and we are going to pull out the stuff that needs to be pulled out. And I believe this is all divinely orchestrated. So let's do the thing. Okay, Kim, I've got identifying. And okay, so, and also I'm going to specify on this. You don't have to pick a card. You can just sit in the chat and watch, okay? I want to be very clear about this. If you're just trying to learn how to do this, you are more than welcome just to sit in the chat and do absolutely nothing and just be here and learn. And that is it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to say anything. And even if you do pick a card, you don't have to say anything. I will answer for you if you are uncomfortable with it. This is a safe place. This is not a place where you are being forced to do work, you are forced to do anything, or you're forced to talk about anything. This is just literally asking the questions and me visually showing you the way to do this. Okay, that is what this is about. All right. So what I got Kim, I got identifying. Okay, Tanya, integration. Oop, okay, I gotta prove I'm a human, guys. Hold on. There we go. Okay, integration. Just give me a second to write these down. Carol, Linda, Donna, just bear with me, guys. I'm just writing them down. Somebody's making fish. I can smell fish. Kim ID. Carol ID. I know, it is amazing, Emily. Did you pick a card? Did you want a card, Emily? Oh, you did. Okay, there we go. I don't want to say your name wrong. Ampero. We're doing pick a card if you want love, and that's how you're getting on the list. That's what we're sending in healing for today. Okay, Emily. This isn't crazy. This is literally based on science. This is based on. Okay, Carl Jung is literally a guru in the psychology field. He goes back to the 70s, back to freaking. He goes back as far as like Freud, as Sigmund Freud, who is considered the freaking genius of the psychology field. This is not crazy, my love. So anybody who thinks this is crazy is the crazy person. This is backed by science. It is proven and it can be proved. So this isn't crazy. I'm not saying that you were wrong that people don't think that. I'm saying that this is not crazy. So if they think that is because they are denying their self. They are denying who they truly are. Okay, Emily, you are identifying. got, oof, behavioral science, absolutely, absolutely. Sarah, I got, okay, identifying, okay, and AMP, we got identifying, okay. So if nobody else is, we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna clear the cards, I'm gonna shuffle, and we're gonna start. So Kim, you are first. Kim L, you are first. Oh, I love that. Yeah, I did both the workbooks. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle the cards and I'm going to clear them. And then I'm going to pull from them. I just want to shuffle them a little bit. Kind of clear the energy out of them. Welcome in, everyone. Shannon, if you don't mind, not Shannon, Shelly, Shannon, you can't do, I don't know, either of you two, hello, Official Star, welcome in. If you guys don't mind telling anybody what's happening when they come into the chat, if they ask, I've got a little bit of a list today, which is great. This is amazing. I'm so freaking pumped. Like, I'm so excited for this. I'm like, yes, let's do this. Let's do the damn thing. Like, oh, this is a good day. Like, this is a good live. I'm so excited. Ah! Okay. Shuffle the other one. My crown just lit up when I did that too. Okay. Like, I just feel like this is going to be an amazing live. Okay. That's amazing. Okay. So, thank you, Shell. Okay. So the card that came out for you, Kim, immediately when I started shuffling was, so we've done this card already, and I am going to, I'm going to say it, and this, okay, and everybody in the chat, I want to specify, this is an open chat, this is a safe place. You are welcome to answer this also. This card is for Kim, and we are going to send in healing for Kim because I believe that these cards are divinely orchestrated and they were literally being sent for her. But it does not mean that it is not also resonating with you, and it is something within you. I believe that you are here in this moment for this. I do not believe in coincidence. I believe in synchronicities. I believe that these things are happening for you so you can be healed, and it's showing you. So everybody is welcome to go into the chat. You do not have to chat again. You don't have to say anything. You could just be in the chat and just watch it and learn it, and that is it. And that is all this is about. So if you want to answer, please do, okay? But you don't have to. You don't have to at all, okay? Even if it's your card and you don't feel comfortable answering, you do not have to. I will answer, okay? Like, this is what I'm doing, is I'm stepping up and being vulnerable, and I will answer the questions so you can see how it's done, okay? So where we are, we're on identifying. I have actually, you know what? They're telling me this card too. I'm trying to feel over them. They're saying we did this card already, and this is what it leads to. Okay. So identifying. Okay. It's the identification card, and the identification card is self-esteem. What is the relationship between your shadow self and self-esteem? So every single day this week that we've done shadow work, this has come up, okay? And your shadow is where all your power lies. Because, now let me elaborate. The reason it's there is because it is also your inner child that is there, okay? So your inner child is also your shadow. And your inner child is also your ego. It's also there to protect you. And it is hiding you from the experiences you are having in your life. My self-esteem in my shadow, the more I explored it, so I'm going to use I'm going to go into it for me. So this is for you to also answer, Kim. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to answer openly. So this is the discussion that I have had. So I had an issue with weight growing up, and you know, my dad used to feed. My brothers are like linebackers. They're huge. They're massive men. I mean, they're really big guys. Like they're like 6'4" and like 6'3" and like 250 pounds. Like, I mean, like they're big guys. They're like big boned. They're not like, you know, like they're the epitome of what big boned is. Like, they're just meant to be. They're built differently, you know. And I'm like the small one. My mom's, she's really small, and I'm the oldest, so I'm like the shortest. Like, the oldest is usually the shortest. So my dad used to feed us like linebackers, and he would make us eat everything on our plate. So And he didn't know he wasn't feeding us right. You know, I mean, it's not a judgment in any sort of way, but my weight was always an issue to me, you know, growing up. And it wasn't until I got my growth spurt when I started actually filling out and like my body happened, right? And, you know, I got my hourglass figure and everything kind of went, you know, normal. But before, when you're kind of short, you know what I'm saying, you're getting that weight, you have that. And I want to express that the more I dived into the depths of my soul, the more shadow work I did, the more pounds came off my body. I am down to 150 pounds. This is the weight I was in high school. I'm going to be 42 in July. I am down to the weight I was in high school. Okay? Like this is at my smallest, I was 130 and I was a hard body. And I was like just straight muscle, like barely any body fat. But like right now, you know, I am down to that. And anybody who knows me that, you know, has seen me go over this weight journey. And if you go back to my TikTok and you go through all of them, you can see my weight loss journey like I have done. And it's been through just eating right, doing the healing on myself. And like literally over the past 2 years, I've lost, I think like 100 pounds, something like that. Massive amount of weight that has just like come off of me. Now I exercise. I believe in exercise, like daily exercise. You need to do a daily exercise of some sort. Moving your body is necessary. You know, somatic exercise. I'm studying to teach yoga. I am literally doing, you know, all of the movements on my yoga mat every day. I went to the pool. I somatically moved the energy out of my body. So the more that I went into the depths of my soul, the more weight falls off me. So that is what I'm coming back. I'm going to full loop here, full circle. The relationship between your shadow self, my shadow self, the insecurity that I had on my weight, the more that I integrated, the more that I looked at, and the more awareness I came to, the more the weight fell off. So your shadow is where your trauma lies and how this stuff comes off. Your trauma can be related through that. And the floor is open if anybody wants to talk about it. If not, we will go to the next card. Hydrate. Make sure you're hydrating. This is energy healing. I am going to send in some healing for this. I'm hearing forgiveness. Make sure you're breathing. In through your nose, out through the mouth. Make sure you're breathing. Melville, how you doing, my love? Absolutely, Drew. Absolutely no problem. You're welcome. Wait, hold on. I gotta go back up. I'm sorry. Drew is integration. Okay. Absolutely no problem. Listening in. Thank you for being. Your energy matters, Star. You are welcome. Wasn't important. Your mom wasn't involved in anything I did. Wasn't important. And that you feel like that is related in your shadow to your self-esteem. I mean, absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. She didn't encourage you. She didn't nurture you. She didn't nurture you in any sort of way. And that's a wound that is happening in you that'll stay there. No? Yeah, shush as a child. Being shushed as a child, so that's throat chakra, that's stuff that's shutting you up, that's telling you your voice is invalid, and it creates a wound. It creates a shadow part of you that you literally become reserved, and your inner child will literally stop talking and make you stop talk, and it will close up your throat chakra because you were hushed. In a moment where you were hushed in your life, you will stop talking because you feel that your voice is not valid and it doesn't matter. So why would I speak? And that is part of your shadow. So speaking up in that aspect, it's the opposite. So here, let me elaborate on that, okay? So your love language, we all have love languages, right? I'm not sure if everybody knows about this, but our love language, right? No worry, officially star. Yeah, I'll be on the rest of the week, and I am posting these on YouTube, so you can go catch it live if you want, or you can go catch the replay. Okay, so your love language, like I'm saying, your love language is, my love language is words of affirmation, okay? So confirmation, clarity, and physical touch, because I didn't get any of that security growing up in my life, and I didn't get touched much growing up in my life. The hugging and that sort of stuff wasn't part of my upbringing. So those are my love languages now, and those are also my traumas. They're the opposite of the coin, the same of the coin. That's what creates the trauma, and that is what your shadow is your trauma, the things you're not exploring, your awareness. Once you have awareness to it, you can integrate it and you can alter it, and you become something different. So those are things that will stick with me, and they can alter as I heal. But those are big things. Those are big parts of it for me. Like gifts they don't do it for me. Like that's a love language. Gifts don't do it for me. It's the connection. It's that physical connection, the actual physical connection, and the connection of affirmations, affirmations of me, and that stability and security. So it's like that. Those are specific things that I need in my life. Oh, that's a lot, Glinda. I was sexually abused and didn't know it until I started doing trauma. It was blocked out. I do kind of see it now. Your brain will block it out, and you won't know that it's happening. So it happened. I didn't know that it happened. It blocked out and was part of my journey. That is also part of it. It was part of my journey. It was part of me. I'm trying to find my words here. It was part of me being put in a cage. It was part of dimming my light. So my light was bright even back then. Okay? So your light was even bright back then. Everything that I'm speaking about me, I want to specify, Linda, that everything you see in me, I am a mirror. I am a mirror reflection of you. Anything you see in me is in you also. Okay? So anything that somebody wanted something from you in a situation, they took it from you. They saw the light within you and they took it from you. Okay? And it was what they wanted. It wasn't what you wanted, right? And that took your power away. Okay? They were taking your power away, your life force energy, which is your solar plexus. Even saying that is part of you stepping into your power. I want to be specific about that, okay? Yes, okay. All right, we're moving to the next one, guys. I'm going to do the integration. Make sure you're hydrating. Next is Tanya. Oof. We're doing integration. Woof, woof, woof. Okay, here we go. So integration. All right. So I'm going to do this one. You also have an integration card. So I'm doing integration. This is essentially my card. Okay, my integration card, and then we'll do yours, Tanya. Yours next. Okay. So this is integration, and this card is the inner critic. What does your inner critic most often say to you? What evidence can you find to combat your inner critic? That I'm not worthy. That I don't deserve the love that I know I do deserve. Abandonment. I was abandoned a lot when I was younger. That I don't deserve the love. That's what my inner critic says. But through shadow work, Glinda, you're on the list, love. Yours, I'm going in a line down the list. There's a list. So I'm staying in order so everybody gets it. Not good enough, Shelly? Yeah. Not doing my task well enough? And that's a part of, yeah, that's an inner critic. That's inner critic. And you know, that's programming. That's programming. It's been programmed into us. We just need to upgrade it. Now, what evidence can you find to combat that? I am so fucking worthy. And I know what I bring to the table. And I know what I am. And I know who I am. And I love myself. And I honor myself. I honor my journey. I love how I learn. There's this actress that's saying it, and that's coming to mind, that I feel like I'm quoting, that is, hi Brittany, welcome in, that I'm saying, like, I love myself. I love all of me. I love my curves. I love my body. I love my shape. I love my eyes. I love my nose. I love my teeth. I love my mouth. I love my hair. Those are outside parts of me. I love the way I show up for people. I love all of me. I love how much I love. I love how I love. The reason I believe in love is because of the way that I love. Brittany, we're working on shadow work today. I invite you to stay in the chat, and if you want, we can pick a card and we can elaborate on that within it. This is a safe place. Nobody here is going to judge you. Nobody is going to degrade you in any sort of way, and we can explore that exact issue. If you would like to at a different time, we could do, client services. We could do a private session if you don't feel comfortable doing it in this sort of live experience right here. So you can do now. Okay, well, I'll put you on the list. Now, mind you, there are 10 people ahead of you. So the cards are identifying and integration. You get to pick one. I will put your name on the list, and then you'll be last on the list. We do have a list of people, okay? So right now we are speaking about the inner critic right now, okay? The inner critic. What does your inner critic most often say to you? What evidence can you find to combat your inner critic? I invite you, Brittany, to answer that question. This is an open chat for everybody in here. You are all welcome to speak on this. You don't have to. If you don't want to, you can just watch how it's done. So, as I was saying, what evidence can I find to combat the inner critic? I light people up. I bring a light into their life that they never experienced before. I fill people up at a level that they've never experienced before. Many people fall in love with me on a level that they get addicted to me, and they want my light. They want me, and they want to be in my life, and they want to be with me, and they confuse it because I vibrate at the frequency of love. I stay at that frequency. I stay at that vibration. I work at it every single day. It is a daily practice I work on. I do all the things. I get my daily dopamine through breath work in the morning. I fill my body with the natural things that I need, and know that my hormone balance and being in balance is a vital part of that. Those are things that I do to combat all my inner critic stuff, all of that programming. I am constantly listening to podcasts. I am constantly upgrading my brain. I am constantly listening to stuff that is upgrading my brain and altering the things I hear. Joe Dispenza, somebody else listening to last night, David Ganem, the Kabbalah is what I believe in. And it's like the closest to religion that I believe in. Those are just two that I listen to. Those are two examples. Those are two podcasts that I was listening to last night. I listen to podcasts, and I listen to different, I read the books. I do all the books, and I do the work on myself. I, number one, look at the things within myself and willing to see where I am failing myself. That inner critic is just trying to keep me down. And I can do anything. And so can you. You can do anything in this world. Everything that you've ever wanted is trying to get to you. That inner critic is literally old programming trying to keep you down. Trying to keep your light down. Okay. Whew. I'm going to send in some healing here. Some forgiveness. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Please double tap that screen. Share the live. Wow, that was a good one. Woo! That was a good one. Proud of you. Oh, well, that probably was for you, my love. I have an inner critic. Okay, so here we go. So I have a client that I'm actively showing in my one-on-one sessions. I will actively show you how, because I'm a kinetic learner, so I need to do all of the above. I need to visually, physically, and I need to visualize it. I need to physically do the action. Oof, there we go. Oof. Oof. Pull that out. Let that go. Guys, let that go. Let it go. Let it go. So I'm actively right now in the process of talking to a client that I am showing the basic parts of it. I am being, like, with my clients, I am very open about, I mean, I'm open most of the time anyways. I'm a very open and vulnerable person, everyone. But, you know, if you know me, you know that I am. But with this client right now I'm working with, I am actively showing how the inner critic comes up and how you can immediately, within a minute, perspective flip and change it. And that is the moment your life changes. That is the moment you step into a new timeline. That inner critic comes up, but you reprogram it from that awareness. That change happens. Like if you're in here at the beginning of my life, that is how it happens. The change happens when you become aware of the situation, you integrate it, and when you, by default, stop doing it anymore. It is a daily practice. It is something you daily have to catch yourself on. So, honor your journey. Okay. Tanya, you are next, my love. We're going to shuffle the cards. You reading here still, babe? Thank you all for being patient and being part of this. I honor you and I love you for being vulnerable and being here. Thank you, everybody, sharing the live, sharing your opinion, sharing anything in here. You are so honored, and I am so honored to even have this discussion with you. Thank you for being vulnerable and speaking about this, because this is the stuff that needs to happen. Tanya, please tell your mind to tell your body that you are safe and unconditionally loved. Nothing is coming out of the cards here. Tracy, what card do you want? I'll put you on the list, my love. Integration or identifying. There is a list. There is people ahead of you. I've got about 10 people ahead of you. So, oh, there we go. Integration. So pick a card and I will put you on the list if you want. That is what we are doing today. Identifying. Okay. ID. So please, just know that that's where we are. Okay, Tanya, this is the card that came up. So this question is for everybody. Again, I'm going to repeat this. Question is for everybody. But Tanya, this is for you to answer. This is, you have the floor. You have the open floor. Okay. This is identification or integration card. Okay. The integration card. And it is energized. When do you feel most energized? Right now. I am lit up. I don't know if you guys can tell. I am lit up. This stuff lights me up. Like this fuels me. This is where I light up. Like I get so excited about this stuff, and I could talk about this for days and then go into it. Like where your power is in that darkness. Like this stuff lights me up. It energizes me. It fuels me. It brings me power because I know my power came from going within. And everybody oh, my crown just lit up, so somebody needed to hear that. Not a lot of people understand that, you know. Society has told us that it's not. It's the opposite. That you want to get it from the outside, that instant gratification. So for me, I get energized through going within, showing people the light within them, the power that they have within them, and helping them step into that power. Let's explore it. Where do you feel, what lights you up? So we're going to explore this. Food, that's a good answer. There's nothing wrong with that. There is no right or wrong answers here. That's something also I want to specify. There are no right or wrong answers in this, okay? So this is part of it. The shadow work, exploring, okay? We are exploring this. That is what the shadow work is you explore the inner self to find these things, to get to the deeper root cause, okay? Food. What about food lights you up? The taste, the smell, the comfort, cooking it, the meal that you're preparing. So one thing that lights me up, I would agree with that. I get energized. I love making nutritious, I'm gonna repeat that, nutritious meals that taste really freaking good, that are really good, and showing people how to eat healthy and still enjoy it. Like, that lights me up. You know, like, I was not taught that very well. You know, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s where they really pushed, you know what I'm saying, all the commercialized food and all that sort of stuff. Thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Shannon. Taste, okay? What about the taste? I'm gonna get some tea. Oh, I thought you were a moderator already, Shannon. I'm sorry. I already thought you were a moderator. I'm gonna add you. I don't know why I already thought you were a moderator. Okay, there you go. Thank you. I'll be right back. I'm just getting some tea. Get some water, everybody. Brief intermission. Getting the water we need. Filling up your life force energy. This helps process the energy. I hope you know that these waters, I just usually take them out and I just fill up what I need. I know I'm not doing right. I need to take it out. You're closer to the water. I'm a little taller. Okay, I am back, my loves. Sorry. Hydration, reminder. Yeah, feel free to pin all that stuff, Shannon. Okay. Where we at? Anybody else? Maybe the dopamine thing? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yes, 1000%, the dopamine. Okay, so dopamine, that is an instant gratification hit. So the dopamine that comes from your food that's why I promote nutritious food that is going to fuel your body, that is going to give you a long-term stability and energize you at a level that is different. I don't eat for comfort. And growing up, I was taught to eat for comfort. A lot of trauma and a lot of shame and a lot of guilt, and I would eat because I wasn't allowed to speak. I would eat comfort. That was what I was taught, is to eat instead. And so I don't do that anymore. I don't get comfort. Like, I personally don't get comfort from food anymore. I only eat when I'm hungry. And I don't eat in a place just to eat, just to be doing something. That is where that comes in. So let's send in some healing here. This is an emotion. I'm hearing emotion. Okay, yeah. Ooh, that's heart heavy. I feel heart palpitations. Here we go. Looky-loos, come on in the chat. You are welcome. Everybody is welcome. Nobody needs to sit outside the chat. You guys are welcome. I can feel you out there. Everybody is welcome in here. You could just sit and watch. Just join the chat, though. You don't have to say anything. You could just be in the chat. You are completely and utterly welcome. There we go. Oh. And that's what I was talking about, Tanya. So Tanya says, one thing that energizes her is the thing that energizes her is exploring, receiving new information, and exploring new areas. And that is what this is about. That is what shadow work is about, is exploring the unknown. The shadow is literally just bringing light to the darkness. Enlightenment is literally to bring light to. That is what the meaning of enlightenment meant, is bringing light to. That is what lights me up. Okay. Next one, we've got Carol. Are you still in here? Thank you, Shannon. Carol, are you still here, love? You are so welcome. Stay. You don't have to leave. Like I said, the questions are for everybody. This is an open, safe place, open, safe chat. Okay. Carol, I got a card for you. Are you still here? Sandra, we are doing shadow work, my love. If you want to explore that deeper, we can go ahead and you can book a session with me. You can book a one-on-one, and we'll explore that deeper into the healing of the root cause of that. Okay. But in this moment, the free healing that is happening is around shadow work. I am trying to show you the power within you and how to step into it. Okay, the card I got for you in integration, Carol. For integration, we've got a repeat card. So this is an affirmation card. This is something that you need to hear, and everybody in here, I invite you to either type it into the chat, say it out loud, say it in your head, whatever resonates with you. This is just speaking it into existence. We're using our throat chakra and speaking this into our existence. This is how it happens, okay? In shadow work, you speak it into existence. When you speak it, it happens. You allow it, okay? Repeat. Is it a repeat card? Okay? This is how you bring it into existence. Every part of me, light and shadow, contributes to my wholeness. I'm going to repeat it 3 times. Every part of me, light and shadow, contributes to my wholeness. My crown is lighting up and my whole body is lighting up while I'm saying this. I'm loving this. One more time. Every part of me, light and shadow, contributes to my wholeness. The yin and the yang. I honor the shadow within you, the light within you. I honor you, my loves. Every single one of you. Your power is in both. You are not incomplete. You don't have to type it into the chat, but for this to process within you, I suggest you repeat it out loud. At least say it into your brain. That is how you do the physical shadow work of this affirmation. But you can write it into the chat. You are, my love. I am a vibrational being of light, and we are getting rid of that. Is what shadow work does. You are bringing light to. Okay? Again, you are bringing light to. You are shining light on the shadow parts of you. And all darkness is the absence of light. So negativity is literally, yes, I will repeat, Glenda. So darkness is literally just the absence of light. And bringing awareness is literally shining light and dissipating the energy and rising your vibration. You become a lighter being. Your frequency rises by coming to the awareness, integrating this stuff, and then making the conscious decision to do something different. And that is a process. It is a stepping stone. It doesn't just happen overnight. These are stepping stones. It's like working out. You know, you don't go to the gym one time and then, you're perfect and everything's good. No, it is consistent act of every single day, and then you see the actual work that's done. Okay, so I'm going to repeat it again. Glenda has asked me to repeat it out loud so she can write it down. Every part of me, light and darkness, contributes to my wholeness. I'm going to say it 2 more times. And if you need to go back and watch the replay, I will be posting this on YouTube, my love. every part of me, light and shadow, contributes to my wholeness. One more time. Everybody with me. Say it out loud. Mommy, say it out loud. I know you're in there listening. Every part of me, my light and shadow, contributes to my wholeness. I honor the shadow within you. It is needed in this world, my loves. Glinda, you are next. Okay, let me shuffle these cards a bit. Welcome in, everybody. Please double tap that screen. Share out the live. Make sure you are drinking water. Okay. All right. You are welcome. Glinda, we are identifying card. Okay, so we've got fears. Do you have any unexplained fears or phobias? I've gone into this has come up. Why water? Water is the fluid that moves your body. It moves energy through your body. It literally helps move the energy out of your body. My fears and phobias are claustrophobia, oddly enough, like being buried alive or a place like that, or drowning. And I believe that the drowning comes from my Atlantis past life. In the Atlantis past life, when, you know, I believe that I probably drowned. I'm sure I was probably buried alive at one point. Most of my belief is that our phobias and fears come from past lives. And they come with you into this life so you can work through them, which is what I believe. The Kabbalah teaches that all of your traumas come with you into this life, that it comes into this life for you to work through and process so you can remove that from your soul. Losing people, husband not coming back. I invite you to maybe explore. Where have you lost yourself? What part of you makes you believe that you are not whole without that man? What part of you makes you believe that you need to have that man specifically? If you are not being treated right, if you are not doing the work, or he is not doing the work, things will not happen. You cannot change anybody outside of yourself. The only person you can change is yourself. As Gandhi says, be the change you want to see in the world. You have to do the work on yourself. And by doing that work on yourself, you unconsciously give everybody else the permission to do the same. Unconsciously, you give everybody else the permission to do the same. So somewhere in your life, if he's not doing the work, I invite you to do the work, because that is a lack mindset where you believe that without him you will not be whole. And I promise you, you are so incredibly whole. As we just affirmed in that last statement, that you are completely whole, and that is a shadow. That is a shadow that you are hiding behind. Somewhere in your life, there is an abandonment wound. Somewhere in your life, somebody left you. And when they left, you felt unwhole. So you create, your inner child creates this, and it goes into your ego. And then your ego blocks everybody and tells you. It becomes a trigger. It's a trigger, and it's coming up. Your triggers are coming up for you to take witness to, become aware to, so you can look at it, explore it. It's either a lesson or a blessing. That's it. A lesson or a blessing. Like there's no in between. You are getting a lesson or a blessing. So where is the lesson in here? I invite you to look at it. Okay? And I do sugarcoat to the extent, but I don't sugarcoat stuff. Like I am radical acceptance of everything. And this is something within you. I understand it. I understand it. Mind you, I understand it. So anxious attachment. I'm not gonna lie, I had some anxious attachment stuff that came up today that I had to work through, that I'm like, I had to fucking own my power. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, woman? It took me a while to get back to my place. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? What is this energy you're feeling? This chaotic energy that I'm like, why am I doing this? I had to look at myself and my own relationship. In my own dating relationship. I'm like, where am I not showing up for myself? Because when you are not showing up for yourself, somebody else cannot show up for you. They are going to mirror to you. Where you are not showing up for yourself, where you are not standing up in your power, they cannot do that for you. Nobody else can do that for you. You have to start doing that for you. We're going to send in some healing. I feel a lot of stuff in the heart. We're going to send in some emotion here. Everybody is welcome to answer. FYI, this is for everybody. There's a lot of palpitations going on in the heart. Oof. Make sure you're breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. This feels like something I have to pull out. Like a trauma. Okay, so during my sessions, when I do healing live, yeah, this is heavy. This is like sitting right here. Like it's really heavy. Okay, so this is how I pull stuff out of your body energetically. This is an energetic. Okay, I'm gonna back up a little bit. So explaining basic energy. Okay, energy work in our body. You know, when you eat a piece of meat, there's that white film that goes through that goes to that piece of meat. All right, that is called the fascia. The fascia is inside of us too. We have fascia also. Our fascia is our grid system, and that holds energy. And this is science backed. This isn't woo-woo. This is anything. This is literally based on science. The fascia holds that. When you have trauma and you don't sit with it, don't know how, you don't know how, or you've never been taught, or it's not something you know, when you don't sit with it, when you don't feel it, to deal with it, to heal it, it will sit there and it will stunt and create problems and trauma in your life. And this is how trauma is created. So I'm going to do this with you 3 times. I'm going to invite you to do this breath work with me, and I'm going to pull this out of your body. Now, this is something that I usually only do, you know, in like paid sessions. This is stuff that I do, but this is, like I said, this is a series on this, and I feel this, and I am a full body healer. So I'm going to invite you to do this. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. And on the 3rd time, I'm going to pull out this energetic part that I can feel, because I'm a feeler. I feel what's happening in your body. I feel it in my body, and that's how I transmute it for you. That's why I keep burping and all of that whatnot, is because I can feel it in you, and I see it in you. I see the chakras. So I'm going to show you. So we're going to take some deep breaths. Okay, we're going to do 1, 2, 3 into the nose, as deep breath as you can. 1, 2, 3 out through the mouth. I want you to breathe out all the way, every breath, every bit of your lungs, till you're pushing it out. Pushing all the way out. We're going to do it again 2 more times. And on the 3rd time, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to explain it again. 1, 2, 3 in through the nose. 1, 2, 3 in. Breathe in as much as you can till your lungs are expanded, till you can't feel anymore. And then 1, 2, 3 out through the mouth. You can't push out anymore. Your lungs are extended. I want you to push it out. Now, this is the big one. Let's do it together, okay? 1 more time. 1, 2, 3 in through the nose. All the way in, all the way in, all the way in. 1, 2, 3 out through the mouth. Oof. Okay, it's not gone. Ooh, full body chills. Oh, you. Shoot. Yeah, that's heavy. There it goes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm proud of you. Have you done this before? That's beautiful. That was beautiful. Good. Let me fill this in with some love. Love is the only thing there is. There's only fear and love. Make sure you're drinking water and ground. If you have the ability to take a salt bath, that was some intense stuff that came up, okay? And it's going to be integrating over the next couple of days. This is energy healing. Yeah, it's so I want you to make sure that you're hydrating the next couple of days. This is going to be integrating. Allow yourself to cry if you need to cry. That was some extensive work. I don't usually do that unless it's in a session. And I'm honored to do it. Like, this is not, I'm not complaining. I am honored to do this for you. So, it is honor and a privilege to do this for you. So, make sure you're grounding. I want you to take a salt bath today with some Epsom salt, or if you are in a place where you can go out and you can ground, you can put your feet in the dirt. That's important. Okay, I need you to ground your energy. And make sure you're drinking water to process this, because it is going to come out. Amp, you are down on the list, my love. You are on the list. I am, this is free, and I am doing this for everybody. I am not doing this only for you, my love. You have to wait your turn. That's how this works. This is free. This is how it works. I will call on you when it is your turn, and we will do yours. I will do the same for you. I'm not just solely doing this only for one person. I'm doing this for everybody, but it is in a list order. We're in a order, okay? Everybody that's on the list, it's divinely orchestrated. It's coming through like that. Donna, you are actually next. And you are identifying. Okay. Oof. Woo! There we go. That came out real quick. All right. You ready? I love this. Okay. So identification card. And we've got communication. How does your shadow... Okay. My words are getting... How does your shadow self influence your communication style? Ooh. I'm very loud. Very, very loud. My shadow, a lot of that came from trauma, generational trauma. My dad had only 20% hearing growing up. He was very, very loud. And the TV was always very loud. Anything in the house was very loud. He was always yelling. He was always like, huh? Like he didn't take care of his own self. Self-care in the aspect of having the proper devices. He didn't learn sign language, any of the above. He was very loud. So the literal DNA factor is he burned the cilia off of my ear, so I hear at a different tone. Not iodized salt, honey, Epsom salt. You can ground, you can go put your feet in the dirt, or you could just literally take a bath. Take a bath. Cleanse it off of you. I recommend Epsom salt, but if you don't have it, you can go get it. It's like $3 at the store. You know, Walmart, you can get it for like $3. It's not very expensive. It's the magnesium and it's the minerals in it that is going to take the excess energy. This is just something I want you to do over the 3 days, Glenda. This isn't something that you have to do exactly today. If anything, I just want to make sure that you're grounding. Okay, so back to what I was saying with communication. Very, very loud. So the cilia in my ears are burned off. Now, in exploring that, my whole life, everybody has hushed me, told me to be quiet, lower your voice, hushed me, quieted me, told me I was too loud. And people literally are scared of me because of how loud I speak. And sometimes people, and this is something that's in them, it's nothing to do with me, but they were always pushing this on me. And this is a shadow self that they were pushing on me, that I had to explore, that I always thought was a problem within me. What I learned from exploring this is that I'm meant to speak up. I'm meant to be in front of crowds. I'm meant to be loud. I am literally, my whole entire life has trained me, my gladiator arena. I grew up working in retirement communities with the elderly. So I spoke very loud and they could hear me and they loved it, right? So it's like everything happened to me for a reason, and it's literally been training. It's my gladiator arena. Like, I was training to get on stage and speak loudly so those can hear me. And it's all divinely orchestrated. That is part of my shadow self that I had to learn. I shamed myself, guilt myself, quiet myself. I used to dislike it. I used to stop talking, and I literally have an autoimmune disease, a thyroid condition that came from the unique stress and the unique genome that got activated in my body from quieting and hushing myself. I was never meant to be hushed. This was literally happening for me, not to me. Every single trauma that is happening in your life is happening for you to learn from. It is part of your mission. It is part of your purpose. It is part of your unique gift on this planet. And this planet is of service, to be of service. Okay, so on this planet, you're to be of service. You find your gift and then you give it to others. That is what your mission is. That is how you find your mission in this life. You literally find your gift and give it to others. My gift is my voice. It is a vibration. And it literally scares people, which is fucking powerful. Like, I didn't realize that was something that was happening in my life. And that was something in going into my shadow I had to explore and understand that my purpose is this is part of my purpose. Like, the revelations I got and the power that came to me when I understood this, I'm like, whoo! Yeah, exactly, Chris. Like, full power. Like, my life force energy when I started speaking up and saying the things, even saying the things that I stayed quiet about. Like, my life force energy, like, lit up like a freaking full blazing sun. Like, lit up. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show Wheel of Time. Like, a full blazing sun. I mean, like, I just got full body chills when I said that. Like, I lit up when I started realizing this is my fucking gift. This is part of it. And it took me looking at those things and understanding that we are all mirrors and people were doing what they were doing and they were putting this stuff on me. It was not something I was doing wrong. I have been being trained. Source, God, the universe has been training me my whole entire life to speak up, to be louder, so that way I can speak. Like, in crowds, like, I bartended also. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I spoke up. I spoke loudly. I had to speak. Like, every single job I've ever had, I waitressed, I bartended. I always had to be a force of action and speaking. And not one thing I've done in my life has not been towards that. And it took me really exploring that. Like, this is part of my life. What am I doing ignoring this and not integrating it? You know, and it was the integration of it and understanding that it is not your flaws are your superpower. Where you think you are bad or negative or you shame or guilt yourself, it is literally your superpower. And this is what shadow work does. You get to explore that. Oh, I love you, Chris. Thank you. Yeah, you're proud of me. I'm proud of you too. I love you. Chris is an amazing healer. Everybody in here, I invite you to go follow him. He does amazing healings and classes and whatnot. So going into the depth of my soul and seeing this stuff, really look at it, really looking at it, right? And looking at all of it and integrating it. So I was aware of it. This is how you change. You become aware of it. I integrated it, accepted it, owned it. Not only integrated, I owned that shit and used that shit. Like, I'm burping. There we go. Oof. I owned it. And all this power came to me. Your power is in what you are not looking at. Everything you seek in this life is literally in what you're not looking at. It's on the other side of what you're avoiding. And that is what shadow work is. That is what this series is about. It's about understanding that it's there. Anybody else? Communication. How does your shadow self influence your communication style? Everybody's invited to speak. If not, you don't have to. I'm just being open and vulnerable. This is for everybody. Hi, Jerry Bear. Chris, do you want a card? You're welcome to have a card. I mean, I've got a list. Same thing, Jerry Bear. You want a card? Donna, the floor is yours, my love. This is your card. Let me clear a little bit here. You don't have to speak, my love. Okay, you want integration or identifying? Donna, you don't have to speak if you don't want to, my love. Like I said, this is just literally me showing you what it's done. Okay, there's like, I've got like a list of 8 ahead of you, babe. So you're welcome to stay. Like stay, and I'll do, it's, and if you want to come back, I'm your, or whatever. Like I said, Donna, you don't have to. But if you want, I'm sending in healing for whatever is coming up. So whatever, if you feel triggered, if this is something that is coming up that you're uncomfortable speaking about, there may be a trigger there. And this is why it's coming up. I believe this is all divinely orchestrated. And I'm literally feeling into your aura because something is coming up. Breathe. Make sure you're breathing. If not, we'll move forward. And there's no shame in that. Like I said, this is a series on how to. Okay. Do you mind me speaking it, Donna? I have trauma in being in charge of everything. Being the leader of my family. You know what? That is divinely orchestrated. That is what I am in my family too. I raised my siblings. I raised my parents. I have always been the one in charge. Always. I'm not exaggerating in any sort of way. And I also became the black sheep. I also became the scapegoat for everybody because I'm the only one who did speak up. And that is why they tried to silence me. You have trauma in that. All right, yeah. Okay. We're going to send in some forgiveness for where... Oh, yeah, full crown. Okay. Make sure you're breathing, love. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Is this heart heavy? Make sure you're breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're sending in forgiveness for nobody that saw you. And I'm proud of you for seeing you, for showing up for you. And when nobody else did it, this is part of your power. I want you to understand that, like I'm saying. This trauma, to me, in the shadow work, means that, thanks Shannon, thanks for helping. This means that you are meant to lead. Everything has been guiding you in your life. Your trauma is where your power lies. So I want you to understand that. This has come up and this is what you were trained. Your gladiator arena. I use that term as like the movie Gladiator. In the gladiator arena, you fought to figure out your strengths, your skills. Where are you at? It was your gladiator arena. I invite you to look at it this way, that it was training you to become the leader that you're meant to be for this world that we are creating. Quit fighting, you two. Hey! Come here. Leo, come here, bud. I have a new kitty cat, guys. And the two are fighting. And I'm feeling that's divinely orchestrated, that's coming up for you to see. There are going to be many that are going to challenge you. They're going to come up against you. That are going to hiss at you. And I invite you to not silence yourself. Your power is in your voice. In this. Like, this is not... That's why I shuffle the cards and I pull a card, because I believe that it is... The cards are divine. This is coming up because this is a trigger. This is part of your shadow that needed to be addressed. Oh yeah, your third eye is pounding too. Okay. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Oh, yeah, that's a big one, Drew. Forced to agree with your dad and guilted if I did not. My dad was an alcoholic, and because he was the adult, right, I had to listen. And I remember at the age of 8, the moment my dad would, he tried taking everybody and putting us in the car. At the time, I was 8, right? I had 2 younger siblings, like the one below me, he was 5, the one below him was 2, and I think my baby sister was an infant, right? Because she was born when I was 7. So, or like 1-ish or something like that. Like, so my dad tried putting us in the car and driving, and he was drunk, like a drunk. And at that moment, I realized I had to push him down and tell them to go play outside, like go play, go do whatever. In that moment was like, I believe my first awakening. My first spiritual awakening was when I became the adult in the family. Like, I resonate with that so much, Drew. Like, I had to stand up to my dad, like my daddy of everything. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I had to stand up to him and say, no, Dad, you are not going to put us all in the car and go for a drive. You were drunk, and I could barely handle myself as a child, let alone everybody in the car. And I had to stand up because I knew it was wrong. It was a danger to us. It came to a point where I had to stand up and say something because it was putting us at harm. And that was when I started realizing that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about or what he's doing, and it doesn't matter. And I didn't associate it to the alcohol at that moment. I started realizing, you know, that was when I started looking at it and started exploring it and trying to understand it. Like, why is this happening? What is this? I'm like, this is insane. There we go. Oh, see, and just see how I'm burping while I'm talking about this? I'm literally clearing this shadow work within you and these traumas by exploring it with you, talking about it, and openly integrating it into you, where you can see that your power is in these moments. Your power is in that trauma. See, people are leaving because they get uncomfortable, and that's fine. I don't care. Like, that's not what it's about. Like, this is for you. Your shadow is it is the yin and the yang of life. You cannot have light without the darkness. You cannot have darkness without the light. You need both. Light does not exist without the darkness. You only see light in darkness. So, literally, it's needed. Shannon. Oh, Shannon left. Okay. Make sure you guys are breathing and drinking water. There we go. It feels good. Let me fill that in a little bit. Okay. Shannon's not here. Kim. Is there a Kim in here still? Same, Donna. Same exact thing. My mom she goes into fawn. Her dad died at a very young age, and that caused trauma within her. She was in her early 30s when her dad died, and he was her hero, and she's never been able to replace him, and no man could stand up to him. And she became incredibly anxious and had to step into her masculine. And stepping into her masculine energy, when things came up, she goes into fawn, like a deer in headlights. She doesn't know how to react because the man that showed her how to do that wasn't there to do it anymore. And that shook her. It shooketh her. So it's the same thing. Yeah. Kim, are you still here? If not, we're going to Carol. Carol, are you still here? Okay, Emily. Emily, are you still here? Emily, you are. I see your name. You are next, my love. Integration. Okay, let me shuffle these cards. Woof! I got a couple. Okay. You are so welcome, my love. Stay, you are welcome. You don't have to leave if you just want to witness and see what's happening and go over this stuff. Like, this is just double tap the screen, share out the live. Ooh, there we go. Oof, good job, good job. Keep breathing. Oof, okay. Ah, we got two. We got one on the ground. Okay, I love this one. This one's beautiful. All right. Identification card. We've got safety. What makes you feel safe? Why does this bring you a sense of safety? The masculine in my life makes me feel safe. I had to become one with the masculine in me, the divine masculine within me, and stepping into my divine feminine. I like to be in my feminine energy. I am most comfortable in my feminine energy. And safety is brought to me with a soul connection. A connection to the soul. I am not a surface level person. I can't do surface. I have to go into the depths of your soul. Safety and security comes from the inside for me. I'm going to repeat the question like you asked. Safety is what makes you feel safe. Connection is, for me, like I'm answering it, connection is what makes me feel safe, because that was something I never had growing up also. You know, it was always surface level. There was always a numbing, avoiding, running from, not acknowledging, not talking about any of the above. To me, communication is my safety. Communication is how I get security. And the second part of the question is, why does this bring a sense of safety? So it's what makes you feel safe? Why does this bring a sense of safety? And that's how you do the shadow work, like I'm saying. You feel connection, the most safe with your husband. Yeah. And you know what that is? It's because he's protecting your soul. When you feed a woman's soul, she will do anything for you. Like anything. When you feed a woman's soul and you're protecting it and you are leading from a soul base, when you will lead her soul, pray for her and know her soul and protect her soul, there is nothing. There is nothing a woman won't do. But if you aren't providing that for her, if you are just trying to touch her on a outside level, on a surface level, you know, for sexual, for mental, and I'm not saying anything is wrong. None of it is wrong. We all have love languages and we all have trauma. But when you explore it, you know, you have to explore it. Like, I'm being open and vulnerable about my own. Like, everybody has something different. It doesn't mean that you have the same thing. Like Emily's is connection, the same thing. But interestingly, I feel the most insecure about our connection as well. Agreed. And that would be, okay, so I would invite you to maybe look at it as where you're not receiving clarity or comprehension. Communication in a relationship is key, okay? But if comprehension is not, and your clarity of what is being communicated isn't reiterated to you, then it can be misinterpreted, and that will cause confusion. That will cause confusion. And a woman in her intuition, we are in the intuition. The males are the dominant in the 3D realm, okay? And in the 3D realm, they're that physical, dense energy. They're the action-oriented. I say male, but I'm talking about masculine. Actually, it's an energy. It's not about the male as in like, male and female. I'm talking about an energy. I'm talking about the masculine energy is the one that does action in the 3D. But when you are in the dark, when you don't know what's going on between the two of you, it puts you into a state of confusion, which keeps you in the past. When you are in the past, you are not intuitive. You are not being intued, because women, we see the snakes in the grass. Now, this is all science-based. Like, I'm not just this isn't woo. Like, I'm talking, like, this is what, like, Jordan Peterson says. This is psychology-based. Like, we intuitively see and can feel what is happening and the snakes in the grass. So if they're not being open and vulnerable with us and communicating with us, we get confused and we are stuck in the past because we're stuck at that place of where they left us last, and we have no idea what's going on. Because we want to follow the masculine. We want to. It's just a natural reaction. When you have a very masculine man in your life that's leading, we want to follow him. And that's following his soul. So if he's in a state of confusion, if he doesn't know what's going on, I invite you to look up practices on reiterating what has been communicated to receive comprehension. When I taught this, when I was with my husband, I was married, my husband was in the military. That was one of the best skills that we learned. It was that for communication, was that this is what I taught. I taught this to, I literally taught this, to everybody that was having communication problems. Because it's like, you can say one thing and he can hear another, because he's being received through the filter of his own traumas in his life and what is happening in his life. If he reiterates it to you, you have a moment to clarify it until you guys get to the safe place. So, if you remind me, I can go back into my old files, my psychology files, and I can send you some information to do some practices. Like, I would happily do that to you. Just have to remind me, and I would do it when I get free time. Like, this series is this whole week. That is my goal, so give me about a week. But if you remind me and you DM me, I will give you the work practices, the worksheets that I used in my practice when I was teaching people how to communicate properly in marriage counseling. You're not burdening me. This is what I do. This is my love. This is what I do. You're not burdening me. You're in my life for a reason. I'm meant to guide you. The more that you heal, the more that you heal others. I want you to heal. I want you to have a good relationship. This is what lights me up. Showing you the power within you. You have the power to change this. And that's why this has come up. Is I'm trying to show you that you have the power to alter this. You have the power to change this. And there are practices and there are different things that you can do. Like, you are not burdening me. This is not a burden. You are not burdening me. I just am being realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have, an obligation, and this is my series this week. So if you DM me, I will happily just go back through my files. I just have to go through it, and I will send it. Like, I have them digitally. I just have to find them. But just give me about a week. Just DM me. Remind me, because I won't remember. I will happily send this stuff to you. That is why I'm doing this series. I am trying to show people how to do the work. How to actively do the work. How it is possible to do the shadow work, to heal these things in you, in your marriage, in your relationship, in anything you are doing. It is simple. It is literally simple and plain. And I know it sounds complicated, but it is so much more simple. And that is why I am doing this series, to show people that you are not a burden. You are not a burden. This is, the more you heal, the more others heal. And the more that you guys have a better relationship, the more, because you lead by example. Once you've healed, you will then lead, and others will learn from you. So of course I want to share. I am all about educating. This is an education space. This is a safe space. This is an open space. I am all about educating and teaching and guiding and mentoring. Good. We're going to send in some forgiveness for where things were not said. Okay? Make sure you're breathing. This is forgiveness for you, is what I'm hearing. Intuitively. This is forgiveness where you did not speak up or you feel you should have. I feel you breathing into your chest. I want to make sure you're taking big belly breaths in through your diaphragm. So in through your nose, out through your mouth. Tell your mind to tell your body that you are safe and unconditionally loved. And it will allow this forgiveness and love, because all it is a frequency, and a love frequency that I am sending to you through the crystals in the foam. Oh, I'm shaking. Wow, yeah, that's deep. Holy cow. Woo, this is heavy. Everybody breathe. Please make sure you're double tapping the screen, sharing out the live, gifts, tips are appreciated. I'm just promoting like what the phone told me to do. The phone told me to promote. Like, this is a free series. But the TikTok is good with that. They tell you to do it. Like, they're like, oh, there we go. Oh, God. Okay. Keep breathing. Almost done here. I feel like a light shooting up. Like, it's shooting through your crown chakra. Shooting up through your crown chakra. Wow. This is pretty beautiful. I believe that everything I've learned in my life is so I could teach somebody else. That's why I'm so willing to be so open and vulnerable, is so I can show somebody else how to do it. My whole life has been about teaching and guiding and assisting and mentoring. And I'm a life coach, and this is what I do. Ooh, there we go. Keep breathing, keep breathing. Almost done. Here we go. Woo, there we go. Oh, there we go. Woo, let me fill that in. Hi, Ghost School. Welcome in. Did you want a card? I will be cutting this off at 7, so you will be my last if you did want a card. Sarah, are you still in here? If Sarah is not in here anymore, we are going to Amp. Amp, are you still in here? Like I said, this is a limited series. I'm only doing this. There's a cutoff time. I'm only doing it from a certain amount of time because there's a lot of integration that is needed. Amp. Okay, babe. So we've got identification card for you. Let's shuffle it out. Okay, so it's integration or identification. Pick one. And just, you know, there's a couple people ahead of you. Here we go. And this is your card, Amp. Identification. And this is traits. Okay, I'm gonna ask the question, and I have to tinkle, so if you don't mind. Okay, so I wrote down that you wanted identifying. You want integration now? We can still do traits. Which one do you want? Can you be specific, love? Because everybody's getting a card. One card. Because I am doing healing for that specific card. Yeah, Sarah, you were, I just called you. We can put you back down to the bottom. It's okay, love. We'll just there's not a lot of people in here, so it'll be real quick. No worries, love. Yeah, you don't have to go away. It's okay. I just thought when you leave, you leave. If you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So you want integration, Ghost? Integration. Amp, do you want integration or identification? Okay, Sarah, I'm gonna put you down to the bottom, babe. So that's identification. And were you gonna work on the stove too? Because the stove, is that because of the power? Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to the savior here. You want identification? Okay, so that's the one we did. I'm gonna read it to you, and then I have to use the little girl's room. I have to tinkle. I'm gonna read it, and I want you to think about it. This is for everybody in the chat. Okay. So this is identifying, and the card is traits. What traits do you dislike the most about yourself? I'm going to think about it. I'm going to tinkle. I'll be right back. Just bear with me. Water break. Enjoy the music. Think about the question. Okay, I'm back, my loves. Okay, so let's get back at it. Right back at it. Drink your water. I wash my hands. I just lick my fingers. Putting my Celtic sea salt on my tongue before I drink anything, so that way I'm getting the proper nutrition, proper hydration. So again, the question is traits. What traits do you dislike the most about yourself? I don't. So for me, the floor is open for you, Amp. I don't like that I... let me think about it. Because I really do love myself on a level that I've never loved myself before. Like, I am in my power right now. Like, I truly... What don't I like about myself? What do I dislike about myself? My traits. That I know how to do the healing and do the work, but sometimes, because I am a soul having a human experience, sometimes I don't do the work. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not that, like, I know what I need to do, but sometimes programming will, like, I had a moment today where I was kind of anxiously attached, and I didn't like that about myself at all. And that's old trauma, that's old programming, and that could be other people's energy, like, all around. You know what I'm saying? That could be, I've got somebody coming in and out of my house fixing my air conditioning. I went down to the pool, people down to the pool. That could be lots of other things. Oh, that's a good one, sir. Yeah, that's what I was doing, is self-sabotaging. So self-sabotaging, that is something that's a lack mindset. Like, I love that. I love you said that. Thank you. I essentially self-sabotaged myself. I had a love frequency today, and I felt so loved by the person that I'm talking to, and I felt his energy so much around me. I feel like I anxiously attached, and I didn't flow with the universe, and I self-sabotaged. And that's exactly what I feel I did, is I sabotaged it. Well, see, I'm not codependent anymore, because I really don't care if, you know, he's not, like, it's a frequency of love. It's like, if, I don't know how to explain this. It's like, I do care, but I don't care. I don't care necessarily that, like, this relationship is so new that it's like, it's not even really a relationship. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not in a relationship or anything like that. Like, there's nothing committed there. But I got very anxiously attached. And that is an old program that's in me, and I was self-sabotaging because I felt so much love. So it's scared of love. I'm still sometimes scared of love. That would be the trait, is I just like that sometimes I'm so scared of love. Even though I vibrate at love. Even though I am the frequency of love. Sometimes I'm still scared about it. Because it's not something that this world promotes or amplifies. Yeah, codependency. Codependency is a big thing that happens everywhere, and that's where trauma bonding comes in. See, that's the thing, is I don't trauma bond with people. I know what it is, I understand it, and I've done the healing on myself. I am a secure partner. Even the testing that I do, like, I do the psychology testing and stuff like that. I am a secure attached partner. But sometimes old programming will come up, and I will feel something, and I will self-sabotage. I witness it. Like, I will be the observer and watching myself do it, and like, so I've got the awareness, right? I'm integrating it. I just need to make it my default to not do that. And that's why it was coming up. Let me emphasize that. The reason it was coming up in my experience, and this is what shadow work shows you, this is why it was coming up from my experience, is that way I make it my default. I became aware of it. I understood it. I took charge of it. I integrated it and altered it, took back my power, stood in my power, knew what I needed to do for me, and that's how I changed it. In standing in that power and doing that is how I change it in myself. If that makes sense. Yes. Anybody else? Traits they don't like about themselves? Being scared of love is one of it. And that's from a lack of love growing up. You know, and that's not saying anything bad about anybody. The reason that's generational trauma. That's how it gets passed down. The lack of love I received is the lack of love my parents received. Insecurity. Any specifics? Insecurity. We all have insecurities. I'm insecure sometimes too. I want a bigger ass. Like I don't want, my ass is kind of flat. I used to have a better ass, and I'm insecure about that. And I mean that's a material thing, but you know, like a outside insecurity. I have insecurities all the time. My nose. Okay, so here's an insecurity. So I don't know if you can see it. My nose was broken in like a bar fight. Like I bartended and there was a bar fight and I was there and my nose broke. I have an insecurity about my nose. Like I wish I had my old nose. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the nose I had growing up. Like I have, you know, like there's a break in it. You know what I'm saying? But nobody notices it. Nobody said anything about it, but that's an insecurity I have. Like it wasn't even a fight I got into. I just was there and it just fucking happened on accident. Like, you know what I'm saying? It just so happened to happen. Like I was at like a lot of biker rallies and it was a biker rally and I was there and there was a bar fight that happened and I just so happened to be right there in the moment when it happened and it broke. So it's like no fault of mine, no fault of theirs. It just fucking happened. You know what I'm saying? It's a situation, wrong place, wrong time, and it broke. And now I have an insecurity about it. But nobody notices it, and people all the time, I have men telling me how much they like my nose. It's cute. They love it. But for me, it was something that I'm insecure about. And that's an outside thing. It could be inside thing too. You don't have to say anything you don't want to. I can send in some forgiveness here for these traits. For releasing attachments. We're going to release attachments to conditioned love. And see, this is why it's an honor to do this stuff, because what I'm healing in you, I'm healing in me too. So the healing I do in you, I'm also doing in me. Your biggest thing is you feel that everybody hates you. Nobody hates you, my love. That is actually a mirror that you are seeing in somebody that hates themselves, and that is reflected onto you. That is also something that you should explore to see why you think that. I invite you to ask, why do I think that? Why do I think people hate me? What about me do I think people hate? Would be a better question. Not a better, but and more to explore, to keep exploring. I mean, keep coming back for the series, and we'll explore it more. We'll keep exploring it. This is and this is what shadow work is that you have to find the problem. Oh, there you go. See, just you needed that. I love that. Okay, so why do you think that is like the first question, and then you go deeper. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what the shadow work is you keep diving deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm about getting to the root cause. Like I'm never about like putting a band-aid on a bullet hole. I'm about getting to the root cause. Why is this coming up? And why is this causing conflict in your life and helping people stand in their power? Getting tired. Listening to my body. Yeah, we're going to cut off at 7, my guys. My loves, my ladies and gentlemen, like I said, this is a limited series, and I'm, you know, first come, first serve. I'm doing the best I can. I am not getting paid for this, but I do want to keep doing it for the rest of the week. This is a limited series, and I am doing to help assist people step into their power and understand how shadow work is done. It is just literally me showing you the visceral way of how to do it. Here we go. Woo! Make sure you're breathing. I feel somebody breathing into their chest. Breathe in through the diaphragm and out through the mouth. Oof. There we go. Okay. Drew, are you still here, my love? Tracy, are you still here, my love? I don't think Chris is here anymore. Okay, Drew, you're up, love. Integration, we're on you. Okay. Oh, there we go. Integration. And we got creativity. How can you channel your shadow self in creative activities? What a neat question. I have not got this card yet. I don't even remember doing this card in the shadow work books. Look in the books. How can you channel your shadow self in creative activities? Well, all your power is in your darkness. Your flaws are actually your superpower. Those are the best parts of you. Painting. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Painting, that's a beautiful way to go into your shadow and let out some of the stuff that you were hiding, that you were running from. Drawing, that could be a creative way. Content creation. Exercise. Let's see. How can you channel your shadow self in creative activities? Now, the floor is open to you, Drew. You can answer if you want. You don't have to. What's a creative way? Card reading. Reading cards. I read cards. I channel. A creative way. Cooking. Okay, I love to make really good food. My shadow self. Here we go. I'm going to bring this all the way back for me. I don't know if you guys have been in here my whole life, but I started talking about part of my shadow self was I had a problem with an insecurity that I used to have was weight. So my creative way to heal that was to find nutritious, healthy meals to actually have a normal weight. And I love the way my food tastes. Like, I don't eat food that's like cardboard or don't taste good or any of the above. I eat food that I love, that's healthy for me, that's great. And that is a creative way I have learned how to, I enjoy it. I really do enjoy the cooking and, making nutritious meals that I love eating. Like, it's a really big thing for me. I love it. It's a creative way. So cooking, baking, I do like gourmet cooking, like not basic stuff, but like I do gourmet, you know what I'm saying? Like the stuff, I go extensive, like making sure there's protein and there's the right amount of minerals and the right amount, protein dense meals that are really healthy for you, that are filling you up with the proper nutrition that you need. Anybody else? I love your TikTok messages, Drew. Yeah, Drew says he loves creating his TikTok. I love your TikTok messages, though they're beautiful. They're actually yours? Like, I didn't know. Like, I repost a lot of stuff, and it's because it's what resonates, and I repost stuff for what resonates with me, and like educational purposes. Like, my Instagram is like my dump ground. I use that as my educational library. It's like a place where I put everything there to help people educate. It's like I use it as like my resume to talk about the things that I talk about, that I have extensive skills about, to help people understand it. It is a thought-provoking thing that is coming up. Like, I post this stuff in order to provoke a thought, provoke a feeling, to bring it up so we can talk about it. Because communication is my skill. So, yeah. I love your messages, Drew. I always love them when they come up. They're always like divinely orchestrated too, like right when I need to hear it. That's a beautiful way to go into, and that is using your story for somebody else's survival, which is everything I'm about. I don't know if I need to send any healing in for this. Third eye. Okay, I heard third eye. So yeah, we're gonna send in some healing for what's blocking the third eye. Make sure you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Whew. Heavy heart palpitations. It's still not done. There we go. Holy cow, wow. And here we go. I want to use that as an example. I don't know if you guys heard that, but it's like such a deep energy that came up that integrated something into, like it's an integrating card, right? So we brought awareness to it and we integrated it. Yeah, I love that. That's a beautiful way. So there's energy that still need to be released because it's a shadow that we're bringing light to something, making awareness. We're bringing awareness to it because shadow work is also the glimmers. It's a trigger and a glimmer. If you are not integrating and recognizing the good things about you and the amazing things about you, then you are not whole. You can't just recognize the bad things in yourself. You have to see the glimmers too. You have to recognize the positive aspects of you because you are not fully integrated. You are not doing the full healing if you cannot recognize it in yourself. Because like the less that you critique yourself, the less you critique others. The more that you see in yourself, the more you see it in others. So it's like you can only change you. And that is a positive thing too. So the more that you want to see in the world the good things, the more you have to see it in yourself. That's the message I get behind that. All right, Tracy, are you still here? Chris is gone. Ghost, your integration. Ghost, you're still here, love? I think I saw you like the live. Okay. Yay! Tell your mind to tell your body you are safe and unconditionally loved. Thank you, Drew. I appreciate that because that's the first one that came up that was a glimmer. I love that. That's the first glimmer that's come up in my series of shadow work. It like you just brought out something, and I want to point this out. So your stuff's channeled, right? So this is how divinely orchestrated that is. I got your card, Ghoul, but I want to point this out, Drew. So divinely orchestrated channeled. You are the first person in this series where a glimmer has showed up, and I've been able to express how you need to integrate the good in you. Like, I really love that for you. That's really beautiful. Like, seriously, I want to point that out. Okay, so, the integration card we got for Ghost is change. What are 5 ways you have changed in the past 10 years? Holy fuck. Woo! Are you ready to go down this rabbit hole? Woo! Okay, I got divorced from 18 years of marriage. I started speaking up. I lost 100 pounds. I started only putting things in my body that were good for me. And I stopped having sex. I went down a celibacy route of monk life, of not having sex, to not let anybody come in my body. Like in general, like my body is my vessel. I live in here. And I wanted to heal the things within me before I allow anybody to enter my body. And I only put good things in my body. And I only say good things about myself. It doesn't mean I don't see the negative. It doesn't mean I don't see it. But I also see the positive. I see the glimmers when I see the negative. Every single time I see a negative, I also see the positive. And that's something that Abraham Hicks talked about. Abraham Hicks talks about whenever you see a problem, you are also seeing the solution. Because you cannot create a problem. A problem cannot be created without the solution. You are also seeing the solution in that moment. Boundaries. Oh, that's a beautiful one, Sarah. Yeah, I started setting boundaries and standing up for myself. Quitting drinking. Yeah. 15 years ago, I used to smoke. I smoked cigarettes. I stopped drinking. That was a big thing. I stopped drinking. I stopped allowing the spirit of alcohol to come into my body and alter me. Like, I still drink tequila. Meditating. Yes, meditating. Like, I've been meditating a long time, but I got back into yoga. I started doing yoga again, and now I'm getting certified, and I'm going to open a freaking yoga studio. And it's like my life, and it's put me on my goal, on my passion, in my purpose. It's put me in purpose, and it's put me down the spiritual path, and brought me to my healing. It brought me to Reiki. It brought me to the quantum healing. Like, ugh. Oh, I love this. Keep coming, guys. Keep it coming. Definitely setting boundaries. The only hanging out with people that treat me. Yes. I love that. Only hanging out with people that treat you right. Healthy relationships. The moment you stop hanging out with people that are bad for you, like, and light you up, like, those are negative things. Like, you can only change you. You cannot change anybody else. You can only change you. And so once you start changing you, your life gets better. You cannot change anybody outside of you. That is a people-pleasing thing. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. Yeah, I love that, Drew. Learning to accept and love every part of my journey. Yes. Spiritual awakening. Yeah, I had a spiritual awakening. I mean, I had many spiritual awakenings, but they were numbed. I stopped numbing. Oh, number one, I stopped numbing. Everything. All of the things I'm talking about were how I numbed. You know, like, I stopped the TV. I used to watch, like, TV endlessly, like, when I was in my marriage. Like, I would endlessly watch TV to numb, to avoid it, to not be in it. I was numbing. Medications that numb me. I, at one point in my life, like, was on 40 medications. Either supplements or prescribed medications. Now I'm down to 5. I mean, like, I did that holistically, and I learned how to do that, and I did that. I taught myself how to do that. Not, like, Western medicine failed me. I was like, I'm not living like this anymore. I'm not doing that. Yeah, antidepressants. Like, I'm off antidepressants. Anti-anxiety meds. Like, I'm still prescribed Xanax, mind you, and that's for my asthma and allergies, because sometimes my allergies, like, living in South Florida where I live, it's like everything is blooming all the time. So sometimes I will come around something that will happen and I have to shut down my system, or I'll have, like, a lot of problems. But I don't take them like I did. I don't, because I hate numbing. I literally hated it. I lived a very large portion of my life numbed, and it's like, why would I live a numb life? You know, like, there's so much in life to experience. Why would I live a life that I am running from? Like, I want to live a life that I don't have to take a vacation from. Like, that is what I'm building the life for. Follow me, ghost. Like, I'll help you. I'll help guiding you. Disassociation. Yeah. Like, that's what I guide. I help people understand the holistic version of it. It's so incredibly important. The holistic version of it, taking your power back, is part of it. The holistic part of it. Recognizing is the first step. I do want to tell all of you, recognizing it is the first step. The awareness of it is the first step. The awareness. In order to change it, you need to become aware of it. Then you integrate it. And then you make a different choice. And you make that different choice. You do this behavior repeatedly, over and over and over and over, until it becomes a default. That other choice is the default. You become aware, you integrate it, and it will come up, it will keep coming up. That lesson will keep coming up until it becomes your default. So it is a process. Ease and grace, my loves. Ease and grace. Okay, we're gonna 7 o'clock. Sarah, you're my last. We're going to do the identification card, and then I am going to call it quits till tomorrow. We are doing this all week. I need to go take a salt bath and get this stuff out of me. Oh, there we go. This is a good one, Sarah. So identifying. I love that, Drew. I love that. I believe everything is divinely orchestrated, Ghost. I don't think that anything happens. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in synchronicities. Everything, you came into this chat in this exact moment, and that exact card I shuffled, you know the actual equation of that? I mean, the possibilities of these cards. This is a stack of cards, okay? A stack of cards, okay? And there's 2 stacks of them. There's not just one. There are 2 stacks of cards, okay? And that specific one came out for you. When you start seeing that, you get more of it. Okay, back to Sarah. I'm sorry. Parents. What was your relationship to your parental guardians like during your teen years? I was a fucking asshole. I'm not gonna lie. I was not nice. I was bitter, in pain, full of trauma. I hated myself. I didn't know who I was. I had no idea. I mean, that's what those times are for, though, I guess, in your teen years. Like, I just hated everybody because I hated myself. Yeah, moody. Like, I hated myself. And that's a lot to do with hormones also, mind you. My hormones weren't right, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand my hormones. I didn't understand my body. You know, in school, they don't teach you how to take care of your body. They don't tell you the cycles. They don't teach women about cycles. Like, I just reposted something, right, about men live off the solar, and we are lunar based, okay? So the 9 to 5 setup is set up off of a solar system. Like, the solar is in the sun, okay, based around the sun. As women, we are lunar based. We are supposed to, our energy is supposed to be based and put towards off of our cycle, off of our actual cycle, which runs off the moon, the lunar. And that's not taught. None of us were taught how to take care of our cycles and what is best for it at what time. Being bullied, yeah, bullying, yeah. Well, see, I hate bullies. I fucking hate bullies. You mean you never told your parents? Is that what you're saying, Sarah? Or you... Yeah, and you act out because you don't know. And that comes from trauma. That comes from generational trauma, from not speaking up, not being able to speak up, not knowing how to speak up. And that's not your fault. And that's not their fault. And it's not, you got to understand, like, in our teen years, like, we're witnessing our parents grow up too. So this is never about, and this is what shadow work does, is it shows you that there's nobody at fault for this stuff. It's just uneducated information. The awareness of it is how it gets changed, but people were not aware of it at that time. I don't know if you want me to say this out loud or not. I am reposting this stuff. Let's send in some forgiveness for that. I'm going to send in more than that. Okay, hold on. I honor you. Okay, so I went through a termination at 17. I couldn't share the trauma that it caused me. So are you speaking about like a pregnancy termination? Because that's part of you. When you're pregnant and you lose a child, that cellular DNA stays in you. It doesn't go away. Yeah. So that cell is in you, and it will never go away. So that is why that trauma was so hard, is because it stayed with you your whole entire life, and it will not leave you. That child, that cellular child, the DNA structure of your epigenetics is still inside of you. That is why we have such that connection with our mothers, is because it is literally in our DNA. We are in their DNA, and they are in our DNA. We are in them for the rest of their life. That is why it doesn't go away. It stays in your body. Yeah, that was why I heard. Okay, hold on. And there's a lot of heart stuff going on here, so make sure you're breathing into the heart, out through your mouth. Ooh, girl, you're ready to let this go. Wow. Holy cow. Ooh, the chills I just got over my body. Oh my God. Oof. Full body chills. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see my hair standing up? Holy cow. Wow. Yeah, that's beautiful, babe. Let me send in love. Mind you, I haven't eaten. This is all based on energy. This is how energy works. Gosh, wow. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna put some grounding plates on everybody in here, and then I'm gonna go. I need to go take a salt bath and integrate all of this for tomorrow's session. For my series on shadow work, I honor all of you. I love you. I appreciate you for coming in. Thank you for being so vulnerable. Thank you for talking about me. Thank you for being part of this. This is something that is vital for everybody. We are learning this. We are growing together. We are doing this together, and I love you. Oh, I love that, Donna. That is beautiful. That's something that you needed too. I love that you're in tears. Like, that's so incredibly beautiful. Thank you, Emily. I honor you all. And remember, the shadow side of you is where your power is. Your flaws are your superpower. Okay, I'm gonna put some grounding plates on everybody. Thank you for showing up for yourself today. Number one, thank you for showing up for yourself today. Nobody else. Thank you for showing up for you. That's all that matters. You are so welcome. I love you all. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm doing this the rest of the week. Again, thank you all for being so incredibly vulnerable. I love you. And I will see you next time. Oh, Ash, I love you. We're leaving tomorrow, babe.